If they stake their lives for us, they must be prompted by the strongest motive, even the promise of freedom. And the promise being made must be kept. The love of liberty is the love of others. The love of power is the love of ourselves. Do good to those who hate you and turn their ill will to friendship. The way for a young man to rise is to improve himself every way he can, never suspecting that anybody wishes to hinder him. I attempt no compliment to my own sagacity. I claim not to have controlled events. I can say for one that I have no other so great as that of being truly esteemed of my fellow men. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves. I do not impugn the motives of anyone opposed to me. In the untimely loss of your noble son, our affliction here is scarcely less than your own. It is for us the living, rather to be dedicated here to the unfinished work. I will not take part in any hangings. Enough lives have been sacrificed. I know I wish to make the personal acknowledgement that you were right, and I was wrong. I happen, temporarily, to occupy this big White House, resolved to be honest at all events. I have no prejudice against the Southern people. They are just what we would be in their situation. In the untimely loss of your noble son, our affliction here is scarcely less than your own. They do not want much, and they get very little. Each one considers his business of great importance. Both read the same Bible and pray to the same God, and each invokes his aid against the other. Understanding the spirit of our institutions to aim at the elevation of men. In very truth he was the noblest work of God, an honest man. He regrets his want of education and does what he can to supply the want. The way for a young man to rise is to improve himself every way he can, never suspecting that anybody wishes to hinder him. Public opinion in this country is everything. I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. The ballot is stronger than the bullet. Freedom is the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. The shepherd drives the wolf from the sheep's throat, for which the sheep thanks the shepherd as a liberator. Equality, liberty, and democracy are the fruits of liberty. I have always found that mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. Whenever I hear anyone arguing for slavery, I feel a strong impulse to see it tried on him personally. I am naturally anti-slavery. If slavery is not wrong, nothing is wrong. The Declaration of Independence gave liberty not alone to the people of this country, but hope to all the world. We must disenthrall ourselves, and then we shall save our country. Liberty and slavery cannot exist in the same country. The progress of society now begins to produce a reaction of public opinion. The love of liberty is the love of others. The love of power is the love of ourselves. My paramount object in this struggle is to save the Union and is not either to save or to destroy slavery. Whenever I hear anyone arguing for slavery, I feel a strong impulse to see it tried on him personally. You think slavery is right and should be extended. Well, we think slavery is wrong and ought to be restricted. I will say then that I am not, nor ever have been in favor of bringing about in any way the social and political equality of the white and black races. I have never said anything to the contrary, but I hold that notwithstanding all this, there is no reason in the world why the Negro is not entitled to all the natural rights. A house divided against itself cannot stand. I believe this government cannot endure permanently half slave and half free. I would rather be defeated with this expression in the speech, and uphold and discuss it before the people, than be victorious without it. There is no grievance that is a fit object of redress by mob law. In your hands, my dissatisfied fellow countrymen, and not in mine is the momentous issue of civil war. You can tell the greatness of a man by what makes him angry. To state the question more directly, are all the laws but one to go unexecuted and the government itself go to pieces, lest that one be violated? The legitimate object of government is to do for the people what needs to be done, but which they cannot, by individual effort, do at all or do so well. For themselves? I have no prejudice against the Southern people. They are just what we would be in their situation. If slavery did not now exist amongst them, they would not introduce it. If it did now exist amongst us, we should not instantly give it up. The institution of slavery is founded on both injustice and bad policy. The promulgation of abolition doctrines tends rather to increase than abate its evils. The spirit of our institutions to aim at the elevation of men, I am opposed to whatever tends to degrade them. They meant to set up a standard maxim for free society, the happiness and value of life to all people, of all colors, everywhere. The leading object is to elevate the condition of men, to lift artificial weights from all shoulders. I am not, nor ever have been in favor of making voters or jurors of Negroes. There is a physical difference between the white and black races which I believe will forever forbid the two races living together on terms of social and political equality. Inasmuch as they cannot so live, while they do remain together, there must be the position of superior and inferior. I, as much as any other man, am in favor of having the superior position assigned to the white race. I do not perceive that because the white man is to have the superior position, the Negro should be denied everything. The Negro is entitled to all the natural rights enumerated in the Declaration of Independence: the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I hold that he is as much entitled to these as the white man. I agree with Judge Douglas, he is not my equal in many respects, certainly not in color, perhaps not in moral or intellectual endowment. But in the right to eat the bread, without leave of anybody else, which his own hand earns, he is my equal. My paramount object in this struggle is to save the Union. If I could save the Union without freeing any slave, I would do it. And if I could save it by freeing all the slaves, I would do it. And if I could save it by freeing some and leaving others alone, I would also do that. What I do about slavery and the colored race, I do because I believe it helps to save the Union. What I forbear because I do not believe it would help to save the Union. I shall do less whenever I shall believe what I am doing hurts the cause, and I shall do more whenever I shall believe doing more will help the cause. You think slavery is right and should be extended, while we think slavery is wrong and ought to be restricted. That, I suppose, is the rub. A house divided against itself cannot stand. It will become all one thing or all the other.